Hey there everyone, it's Misty here from TheJollyFatElf. Welcome back to another video. Holy Moses. I am so sorry. Actually, I'm not going to say I'm sorry. I need to stop apologizing for having my disease because unfortunately there are going to be times when it just prevents me from doing anything at all, and this has been one of those times. So anyway, no apologizing because I haven't been around, but I do hate not having videos for you guys. But before we get started and into today's video, I just wanted to let you know that I'm having a card sale over on my Facebook page. You can also find the same cards in my Facebook group, but all of the current ones posted are $3 a piece, and then it's $5 off if you purchase a set. Now, the only ones that'll be different are the gingerbread, because I've already marked those down when I posted them, and none of the cards in this video will be available for that sale. And I'm trying to make room because, yeah, I have a ton. So if you're interested in cards, make sure you follow the link down below, get your cards. I do ship internationally, so if you're interested in that, let me know. Speaking of internationally, I also ship stickers internationally. If you are a planner girl or you just love scrapbooking or card making with stickers, make sure you head over and join my Planning with the Elf Facebook group because I've released my first stickers of 2019. So far, I just have the weekly and monthly kits for February for Valentine's Day, but I will be releasing more. I haven't quite decided on a schedule, but yeah, so you can order cards and stickers if you want to. So yeah, all of that info is linked down below in the description box. So let's get started. Okay, so this is the next 5 cards in my 10 cards, 1 kit, and I'm starting with card number 1. I ran the stitched hills borders from Simon Says Stamp through my Gemini on some glittery paper from Stampin' Up, and then I am using a piece of the pattern paper from the kit as a background, and it's this snowy scene. So I'm creating a snowy scene. I'm going to bring in a piece of paper and I'm going to stamp the smaller penguin, the smaller of the snowman, and then the igloo. I'm going to bring in my Stamparatus for this. You guys will have to forgive me if I sound out of breath, but I am out of breath because I have a head cold. So breathing has been challenging. Anyway, I'm stamping these with Memento Tuxedo Black ink because I am going to be coloring with my Stampin' Blends and Copic markers. So you'll see a mix of those. I am a bad YouTuber and didn't keep track of the Copics I used, but I promise going forward that I will do that. So for the igloo and for the snowman, I am using Light Pool Party, and then I'm going over that with the color lifter. For the beak, I'm using both pumpkin pie markers, and then for the tummy of the penguin, I'm using the light petal pink, and then for the snowman's attire, I'm using Fleur de Flamingo and Mint Macaron. Stampin' Blend. I love this color combo together. It's so pretty. So I'm just going to do just some easy, quick coloring, nothing too fancy. Just getting back into the hang of things. If you notice on my left thumb, you will see a band-aid. I was filming this right after I got my stitches out on my left hand. For those of you who don't know, I had to have hand surgery. So I was out of commission almost all of December. No. The last couple of weeks of December, and then the first couple of weeks of January. So once I have colored, I'm going to go ahead and cut those out with scissors, and then I'm using my black marker to go around. So I have a band-aid, and if the band-aid looks wet, it's because it has Neosporin on it, because I have to wear that for the next couple of weeks, actually, and it's almost, let's see, I'm doing this voiceover on the 20th of January, and I'm still wearing a band-aid with Neosporin because, well, I probably don't need the Neosporin, but every time I touch where the incision was, I was like, oh, so, yeah. So I decided that I wanted it to look like these little characters were having a snowball fight, and these little pom-poms came in the kit. I'm using the glossy accents. You need a really tough adhesive for this. Just using regular tape won't work. So for a sentiment, I'm using the Winter Hello, and I've stamped that in Flirty Flamingo. Then I used the smallest of the stitch rectangle dies to cut it out. Added some Wink of Stella, and that's it for card number 1. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. For card number 2, I'm actually making a shaker card. I haven't made a shaker card in 100 years. So I'm using the largest or next to largest heart from a Simon Says stamp. They had a huge, what's like 30% off their dies or something, and I went ham. So I bought a ton of them. So I'm using that to cut out this plaid piece of paper. And then I'm using the love from one of the other die kits or die sets for a piece of Poppy Parade. I am working on getting a Sharecell account. That way I can share links and stuff with you guys down below. So just wait on me and I'm getting there. So right now it's through my Gemini. So I am going to be heat embossing this Snow Much sentiment on this piece of pattern paper from the kit. And I am going to be using the Wow embossing powder. No, this is Zig. Zig, like red glitter embossing powder. Love this stuff, but you can see it's everywhere. I did the same thing to the love sentiment. I just did the same thing off camera. And then once I've done that, I'm going to trim this down to fit behind that panel. And I'm also going to cut a piece of transparency. Now, I taught in a classroom for 100 years, it feels like, but, and back when I was first teaching, we still had overhead projectors. So I have probably a lifetime supply of transparency sheets for crafting. So you can get these basically anywhere. I think you can even still buy them at Staples or Walmart, but don't quote me. I'm going to be using the foam strips from Stampin' Up. My only thing I forgot to do when I was doing this was go around the edges and kind of clean up the adhesive. So some of this stuck, but it's not that big a deal. So for me, it's easier to add the sequins and beads and then put my shaker on top, and then I can cut down whatever excess is left. Like I said, that just makes it so much easier on me. I'm gonna add this to a piece of Poppy Parade. I think this is Poppy Parade. And then I decided that I wanted to add another image. So I have this cute little polar bear stamp from My Favorite Things. This set is so adorable. And again, I'm going to color that with the blends. I'm going to be using the Poppy Parade, the Night of Navy, and again, the light petal pink. And here I did absolutely no shading or anything. I just colored it in. And then I'm going to cut him out using my scissors, go around him with a black marker per usual. And that's going to be it for this card after we add some Wink of Stella. So I have just been stamping on regular Whisper White cardstock, but I will be purchasing some Copic friendly cardstock to help with the images. And then another thing I wanted to ask is I've been getting some comments on my Stamping for Newbies that I posted several years ago. If you guys want to see an updated version of that, if you do, let me know in the comments. Oh, Wink of Stella. So yeah, so cute. That embossing powder is so pretty. So for this card, I decided to use this Anya stamp from the Greeting Farm. I think this was this year's Christmas stamp set, but she looks like she's drinking hot chocolate to me. So I thought, oh, I'm gonna do that. So I am using Copic markers. Like I said, I'm a bad YouTuber and I didn't keep track, but Rob bought me the skin tone set #1. And I basically used those for this, for her hair and for her skin. Now I'm gonna say I haven't colored an image like this in probably 4 years. So 4 or 5, maybe even 5 years. So if it looks a little not great, that's all right. I'm gonna get some practice in, but I honestly think I did a fairly decent job on her hair. So go me. I mean, I'm no Sandy Alnock, but I think I did a pretty good job. Or Kelly, I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but I just love to watch her color. It's so pretty. So I'm just kind of wisping in some hair strokes here. It's always great to practice. Again, I haven't colored in a long time, an image with hair and skin and stuff like that. So definitely out of practice, but I feel like I said, I feel like I did a pretty good job for a semi-beginner or whatever. And again, these are all markers from that skin tone set. There were 6 markers in that kit, or in that grouping. Santa, aka Rob, brought them to me for Christmas. So really love it, really enjoying getting back into coloring. So excited to keep going. So yeah, these cards will be available. I'm gonna have the other cards that are on sale right now. Eventually those will just be like a clearance set, and then all of the ones I make now will be for sale again. So again, like I said, not the best coloring in the world, but I really like how it turned out. I think she turned out real cute, and that's all that matters to me. So for her outfit, I'm using Poppy Parade and Night of Navy. Those are the 2 Stampin' Up! Colors that go really well with this paper pad from Echo Park. Oh my gosh, did you guys see the news that Doodlebug is coming out with stamps and dies? I could die. I love Doodlebug so much. You guys know that I love Doodlebug, especially like for my planner and stuff. So, and I did those 24 or 25 cards, which I'm going to do another set for Valentine's Day. So I absolutely love it. And I'm so excited that I cannot wait. Their stamps are shipping next month. And then I think dies are coming out in May. So here I'm using my little craft knife. I have an self-healing mat to get between her feet, and then I just cut the rest out with scissors. And here you can kind of see my design process, trying to pick a piece of pattern paper. I really wanted to use that red one with the swirls because it reminded me like of steam coming out from her coffee. It was just too busy for me, and too busy for her cute little image. So I'm cutting down these 2 patterns. I believe I cut them to 2 by 5 1/4, and then I cut down a piece of Whisper White to 4 by 5 1/4, and I'm going to adhere those on there. And then of course I'm also using a Poppy Parade card base. Most of my card bases, almost always, are 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I mean 4 1/4 by 11 scored at 5 1/2, or 5 1/2 by 8 1/2 cut at 4 scored at 4 1/4. A half sheet of 8 1/2 by 11 piece of cardstock here in the US. So almost, I mean, sometimes I'll do a bridge card, sometimes I'll do like a you know, a gatefold card or something like that, but I haven't done one of those in a minute, and I probably need to. This is the first shaker card I've done in forever and a day. So I cut out one of the cards from this paper pad, and then I used the triple banner punch from Stampin' Up, and then I realized that I had one pointy end of the banner and one very square end of the banner because I punched crooked. So I just went ahead and cut that off, and I debated on putting ribbon, and then I decided I didn't want to. I didn't want anything to detract from our cute little image that I am going to adhere using dimensional adhesive. If you're just new to crafting, 2 adhesives I think you should get: a liquid adhesive and a dimensional adhesive. And they, you know, they don't have to be from Stampin' Up. They can be from Michael's, or even Big Lots used to sell adhesive that a lot of us use. So yeah. And every single car has to have Wink Stella, is because I just love shimmer and shine. I really want to try the Nuvo shimmer pens, but I just haven't gotten around to it. So I am using the Poppy Parade marker to color these enamel dots from Stampin' Up. If you have Sharpie markers will work. Anything that is an alcohol permanent based ink will do. And she's so cute. Oh my word, I love it. So here is one of the, probably the simplest card I've made. I edited 3.5 hours of footage down to 18 minutes. So that's what I do sometimes, and that's why I don't film on a DSLR. I know a lot of people do. I don't. I have a camcorder, and I set my alarm or set a timer for however many minutes I have available on my memory card, and I craft until I don't have any time left. Just because, and I'll just turn on some music, or, you know, I'll have some YouTube videos going. This day, I think I was listening to probably Neil Sedaka radio on Pandora. You know, I just like to listen to music, and I just craft, and I just get lost in it, and I really, really enjoy that. And a lot of times I do this while Rob is at work, That's normally when I try to get my crafting done, because when he's home, I want to spend time with him. So I'm attaching some ribbon using washi tape as I do. And then I'm going to add this little sentiment using dimensionals as I do. And then I'm going to add the bow using Terran tape. Terran tape is very similar to score tape. In fact, it may be that Stampin' Up! Private labeled it. I'm not sure. But if you don't have Terran tape and you have score tape, that will work. I've started doing this instead of glue dots because I find that it adheres better and it holds better. So here you go, see me fiddling with ribbon. For those of it's not easy for me to tie a bow. It takes me 3 or 4 times, so don't feel bad if it takes you a while to do a bow. Okay, so for card number 5, I am stamping 2 of the big penguins on again, some Whisper White using Memento Tuxedo Black ink. And then I'm just going to do some quick coloring with the Pumpkin Pie Blends markers and then that petal pink. This is a light petal pink. I really, really like it. And then once that's done, I'm going to cut them out with my scissors. And then I am going to go around them with a black marker. Because that's what I do. Here I'm trying to decide what sentiment I want to use. And then I'm going to bring in this heart from one of those die sets. And I'm going to stamp and emboss using white onto Poppy Parade. I'm going to heat it. And then I'm going to die cut it using my Gemini. I have the regular Gemini. I do want to get the Gemini Junior, and then I want the travel one as well. Just because I love having the other day I did like 3 or 4 different things in at the same time, and that wouldn't work on just a regular big shot. But I also need something that's a little bit smaller. So if I only have one thing I'm doing. So I tested the Jelly Roll pen that came in the kit, and it just wasn't white enough for me. So I used my, holy crap, what is that pen called? Someone leave it down in the comments down below because I don't remember. What is it called? Holy Moses. Oh my word, I don't remember. Brain. So I am making a blue and red card. You guys know I love that color combo. So pretty. And then I'm going to add the heart. And then I'm going to pop up the penguins. And then I couldn't figure out what else I wanted to add to this card. I was like, okay, it's a little plain. What am I going to do? What should I do? What are we going to do? So, of course, I added one Costella because that's what I do. But then I also decided that I wanted them to be holding a little banner of the pom-poms. Going back, if I could redo this, or if I were to redo this card, I would skip this part 100%. I don't think that you need to sew them on or whatever. I would pick a twine, I would adhere the twine, and then I would use glossy accents to adhere the pom-poms, because I had the hardest time with this. And maybe it's just me. It could be user error. I mean, I just had thumb surgery, and like I said, I have autoimmune disease that causes weakness in my hands and my arms and stuff. So I don't know, but I just felt like it wasn't worth it in the end. And I'd rather just, use the glossy accents to do it. I also wish I had done red pom-poms, or if I had done hearts, but hindsight's 20/20. So thank you so much, guys. I hope you enjoyed this version of things, and like I said, thank you so much for being patient with me. Check out stickers, check out cards, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday, I promise, for the last 5 cards in this kit, and then we will be done with January's kit, and I'll be ready for the new limited edition kit. So thanks, guys. I will see you soon. Bye for now.